You come from a legal background, and I'm sure...
Does it show?
Just a touch. But I'm sure you're privy to the current debate around administration, public state capture by private members of the public. And I'm interested to know which elements of the Bill of Rights might deal with that or speak to that theme.
Yes, certainly if you regard the new South Africa as a constitutional democracy under the rule of law, which is what it says it is in the foundational provisions of the Constitution, and you take into account, and state capture is just a grand form of corruption. You're really taking the state and subverting it to your private money-making purposes. That's what state capture is about. If you look at it that way, then certainly the entire Bill of Rights is undermined when public money, which is yours and mine out of the taxes that we've paid, and everybody in this country is a taxpayer when you have regard to the fact that VAT is levied on all purchases. So anybody who's economically active is indeed a taxpayer. If you take that into account, then the funneling of public money into the coffers of the business people who are bent on capturing the state is a form of corruption that undermines the human rights culture that we are endeavoring to implement in a Bill of Rights, which requires the state not to be captured, but to respect, protect, promote, and fulfill all of the rights in the Bill of Rights. So state capture requires very careful attention. I think it needs the attention of all of the Chapter 9 institutions. It needs the attention of the Criminal Justice Administration, and it needs your attention and mine, because if ordinary people in the private sector sort of sit back and leave it to politicians to do what is right in relation to state capture, we're not going to get where we want to be as fast as we should. Really, if the state capture threat in South Africa is not put to bed quickly, we are doomed to a ratings downgrade, which will mean that it'll be more expensive for the state to borrow money to roll out services for poor people, and which will mean that our future in this country will be a lot more bleak than it will be if we avoid state capture, if we avoid the ratings downgrade, if we create more jobs and get our economy going again. The economy is the engine of the state. The economy is the source of taxation. If nothing's happening in the economy, no taxes are being paid. If no taxes are being paid, the capacity of the state to develop in the way that we'd like it to develop is diminished, and that leads to the poverty and degradation. That is exactly what we are trying not to have in our new dispensation.